So nobody wants to listen to um, someone that says, "Oh, we know you're being reasonable, you're bigoted or whatever." But in fact, you're reasonable. You know what I mean? I mean, you understand bigoted is like a rule, but you're reasonable. But saying people doesn't have a stake in civilization and stuff like that, or just such and such, and the paperwork, executive order. I don't know what they're doing up there. Executive, not even Congress, executive order. Whether you think the Sirius satellites and those XM satellites aren't working right now. I mean, they launched it out of the space. You don't think they launched the idea like straight down to the mathematical bone of things, like who stole what? I doubt that. I really do. You know what I mean? Now $200 bags from like Aldo or what the hell ever, except for Nike Town, right? And except for Louis Vuitton or whatever, and except for Nike Town, right? So, but you think those Sirius satellites are? You give it till February, you give it till a stretch of however long that hot receipt is, that hot receipt or whatever the hot transaction you made, or something like that. You know what I'm saying? You get however long that whatever price tag you put on that, it's probably how long it's gonna be paid for it to pay it off. I'd say, karma is the thing. I mean, I look at it as karma as like a thing that's like, that makes sense. You know what I mean? A lot of things you don't want to do because it activates the Shima. And so, I mean, maybe some people just don't. They're just like so far removed from like thing. But then again, it's the same. And that's what we have no stake in the society. I mean, this age of society, I mean, earlier in the COVID, it was 9 months ago, I was saying there's waste and stuff like that. You don't waste to be non-productive. I mean, you don't waste to sit up here and say looting or whatever, transgress into something. I mean, maybe it's something that might be more productive and stuff like that, but, and transgress and turn... I mean, maybe you did pilfer, like, on purpose, you know what I mean? I stated that, like, 4 or 5 days ago, and now it's actually happening and stuff like that. And so, executive order says, hey, whatever, clear out, everybody go lunch, whatever, and then we're just gonna, napalm everything, whatever. I mean, I don't know. And then some protests are peaceful, not to say some are peaceful, some overseas, or in London or in Florence and stuff like that, where like we're staying with you, such and such and such and such. You never know. They're part of the anarchy strain or the anarchy cell or whatever, but for the most part, they're like, the principle of it is this person died, at the hands of a police officer that has a known history of brutality. You know what I'm saying? So, and profiling and stuff like that. But capital for capital, the numbers are clear. It's clear that the government is like, gonna make people pay, and also directing what's going on right now anyway. And it looks bad on TV because it is. It is. Things are on fire over excess of thousands of degrees and stuff, and rubber windows are broken, and some people got ran over and stuff like that. Accidents alone. So, with my time here in the United States and stuff like that, and my inexperience, if you will, is I say you haven't seen something like this since the 60s. Well, I wasn't born in the 60s, you know what I mean? I'm not saying that you'd be a fascist and stuff like that, but, if that's the case, then that's definitely a benchmark in history. I mean, you can say nothing else. The benchmark in history. It's right off is that. Something interesting. I don't want to give it a negative publicity. I don't want to give it publicity at all. To be like, oh, if big gas fires to the flame and stuff like that. I'm doing so. I mean, the president's doing so as well. And all Congress and whoever, and whoever's whatever side you're on the tail ends, of things. And so, I mean, like next door said earlier, next door website earlier, that would be a good fight. Like, yeah, I can understand why you don't be like, like, oh, I'm getting profiled now. Who's gonna call me about that? Profile now. And so, but I'm pretty sure the XM satellites and whatever, if it's not XM serious, then it's an NASA, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna go ahead. Because if they set up here and employ on something like the infraction that maybe someone did when they just turned 18, and still paying for it in like 40, pretty sure it's gonna happen. Pretty sure. And they have a lot of mathematics. I mean, there's a lot of mathematics involved. Statistics, they don't show you it, but it's pretty detailed.